I did. Coach Del Rio came up to me and said, "Hey, we're going to go score. We're going to go for 2." And I said, "Okay." That's it. So as soon as we scored, I just ran down, jogged down there, and said, "Hey, man, yeah, we're going for 2. Huddle up." And everyone, "Okay, no problem." And it's that kind of belief and that kind of trust that Coach has in us. It gives us so much confidence. He does such a good job, and last year especially. I say last year like I was young. I'm still young. But he instills so much confidence in me and belief in me that when that comes from the top down, that, as a player, no matter your position, it just makes you, want to fight for him. It makes you want to play for him. So, when he did that, "Hey, we're gonna go down the field, score, and go for 2." I was like, "Yes, sir." I don't have another choice. Yeah. So we finally got a matchup that we liked. Coach Allen did such a good job of, forcing, good matchups for him. He does. And, we knew that coming in that it was going to be a tough game because he knows me. He knows some guys on this team, and we knew that he was going to do some things to try and disrupt me, especially because of him being with me in the past. We knew that was going to happen, and that happens to any NFL quarterback, but especially someone that you've been with. We finally got a matchup with Crab that we liked, and obviously Crab. I just put the ball up on the top shelf, and Crab did everything.
That's so much of the game.
Yeah, formationally and the way DA would play coverage on us, it would take away. And it's not maybe I said it wrong. Not just a certain matchup he was taking away. It's just like for certain formations, looks, just doing different things. And we knew that going in that he's a smart guy. He's a genius when it comes to defensive coordinating. Like he's ridiculous. I learned so much from him. In my short time with him, just from talking to him, like what he thinks, and we talked a lot, in my rookie year, and finally though we did get a matchup versus certain coverage that we liked, and so I probably should have said it that way.
What was your thought when you saw the matchup that you liked?
I take a deep breath, make sure my footwork was right, and just lob it up for Crab. That's my thought process. I say lob it up, but obviously I'm trying to put it in a certain spot. That was my thing. I just wanted to take a deep breath, take the right footwork, and put a good ball up there, so that there was no reason if we turned the film on, the ball was out of the way, it didn't have a chance. I wanted to make sure I gave him a chance.